Hey everybody, this is Tony Snipes here, and I am just going to take a couple minutes. I want to talk about three things that I feel that, especially to the people of faith, to the folks that are either in ministry or are doing something for the kingdom of God, and they have launched either an organization, nonprofit, or whatever that endeavor is, especially for you creative folks that want to advance the kingdom and are trying to figure out the best ways to do this. With the recent passing of one of our influential leaders and teachers, Dr. Myles Munroe, I think it's timely to really start talking about this. In order to advance the kingdom, now is the time to use the tools that the media has provided us with. And I'm especially talking about those social media related tools, and not to forget basic websites and things like that. I think it's a critical time now, especially since someone that always taught so much about advancing the kingdom, Dr. Myles Munroe. We've learned so much from his life and how he actually exemplified that. And now with his passing, I think the baton has been passed on to us, that now we need to stop talking about these things and start taking some practical action. And it's easy to do, a lot easier than most people do think. In many cases, it takes little to no dollars to really start some things off and get the needle going, and then do some significant investing after that. But just three things I want to share with you that I think that should be applied today, especially if you are planning to advance the kingdom in any type of way in 2015. Many of you that have connected with me, you've heard me talk about some of these things before, but I think it's really relevant right now. If you are trying to advance the kingdom through media, one of the three things that you definitely have to have, and now is the time to really do it, is you need to launch a website. Website is going to be headquarters for you, no matter what happens with Facebook, no matter what happens with Instagram, whether you're using that or not, you've got to have headquarters. And if you do not have a website, then you are already behind the eight ball. You are already behind as far as being able to move ahead. But launching a basic website is what you need. And if you need some help with that, just message me, because I've actually set up a team in order to help you do that, and to do it in an affordable way. But you got to have a website, or you need to really just not even play, not even expect to advance the kingdom, at least use the media. Second thing that you want to definitely do is, along with that website, you want to have some form of social media. Many of you already have that now, so that's a great plus that you have going for you. You do need to have a Facebook business page, as opposed to just a personal page that you're using for your organization, or even for your art, or whatever it is that you are doing. Especially if you're focusing on advancing the kingdom, you want to have that social media presence work along with your website. And again, if you need some help with that, you have any questions on how that works together, just let me know. Shoot me a message, or just shoot me a comment here, or just a private message, and let's chat, and we'll see what we can do to help you with it. In many cases, you can do a lot with that with little to no dollars. And again, it's really just using the media to advance the kingdom. The last thing I want to share with you, and I'm just going to scratch the surface with this, because this is going to take this will take some discussion on its own. So I started not to include it in the three as a part of the three. So that's why I'm going to mention it here. I can talk more on it at another time, but I do want to make sure that you know that it is part of that three-legged stool. That's a part of a strategy of utilizing the media in order to advance the kingdom. When it comes to any type of initiative that you're doing, especially many of you that I've talked to and I see on social media and things like that, you're doing some great events, whether it's a ministry gathering, or it's just someone that's speaking, or even a sales event. There's a lot of you that are doing some great events, but you struggle with trying to get people to attend or participate. And I think the thing that's causing the struggle is that many of us have not used strategic windows of planning and time in order to get the people to participate or show up. So just to simplify this, I just wanted to recommend that people look at 90-day windows for planning your strategy. Look at 90-day windows for whatever it is that you want people to show up and attend, or participate in, or come out and buy. Whatever it is, anything that you're planning to launch, put together a 90-day plan leading up to that. because if you're getting ready to have something in 2 weeks and you start posting on Facebook this week that the event or something that you want people to do is coming up in a few days, they're not going to appear. It's not going to happen. It's too short of a window. You haven't built any relationship, and people are so busy now that they don't have the time. The attention span is not really there because we're all being pulled in so many directions. And if you're trying to get me to participate or buy something of yours, and you've only been telling me about it in a couple of short posts on Facebook, as an example, in the past few days, I'm not going to follow through. I can't, because I'm pulled all over the place. So using those 90-day windows is where you can do several things within the overall campaign in order to get a great turnout or great sales results. So with all three of these things, I know I'm just scratching the surface. So I want you to feel free to private message me or just post some comments here, because I can give you more details and just some more insight, and really just feel free to pick my brain on it. But again, if you are doing anything that you feel that you are called to advance the kingdom, then mastering the media is a way to do that. I mean, we really can do that now, and you can do a lot of those things for little to no dollars in many cases. But the time is now to take some action on it. Otherwise, a lot of folks will be sitting exactly where they are right now a year from now with not having covered any ground. But I want to thank you for your time, and again, feel free to contact me, because I am here to entertain your questions and see what I can do to help. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you later.